Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. On today's video, I'm going to talk about Dupa, or Diffuse Unpatterned Alopecia. Dupa is something that I was suffering myself in my early 20s, and I want to basically talk about my experience with Dupa later on. I also want to talk about a couple of case studies, and I also want to talk about the reasons for Dupa and what possible solutions there are for solving it from my own experience. And for you guys who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Remember to subscribe so you get notification about latest contents that I upload. And if you're a subscriber or new, welcome to the channel. My name is Alex, and I'm previously hair loss sufferer who is able to regrow back my own hair, and I'm also a certified trichologist. So today's video is about Dupa, and Dupa was the first type of hair loss that I noticed myself in my early 20s, and actually earlier as well if I look at the pictures. And basically what happened is that I started to kind of thin out on my sides, right? And here are a couple of pictures of what happened during my timeline on my sides. And basically what happened is that I found out that I was having a deficiency in vitamin D back then, right? My diet was having issues and I had deficiency in vitamin D, which was causing that I was thinning out on my sides. And it was going on for a while. Like I assume from my timeline and my pictures that I look at, I likely had a vitamin D deficiency for around 1.5, possibly 2 years before I actually addressed it. And the reason for it was that I was having a diet that was not high in vitamin D. And other reason was that I was also working indoors, so I was not getting sunlight. And in Europe, for example, there is a limited amount of sunlight, especially if you are living in Nordic countries during the summertime. Alright, so basically there is not much sunlight, and that also affected and caused that I was having a huge deficiency in vitamin D. But for example, if someone is having like a let's say milder deficiency in vitamin D, what happens there will be more shedding. But for me, I had a severe vitamin D deficiency, which led that I was actually developing Dupa. And when I addressed that vitamin D deficiency by taking vitamin D pills, I was able to recover from that problem. And all the struggles that I've been having ever since with the hair situation, on setbacks regarding my treatments or mistakes that I did, I never had issue on my sides. Like my sides has always stayed solid afterwards. And what we kind of can learn from it is that it shows that side thinning, or like a thinning on the back areas or strange patterns, that usually is something that is caused by underlying problems such as nutritional factors, nutritional deficiencies, like in my case, vitamin D, or for example, it could also be gut problems. Let's say if one is having severe gut problems or mild gut problems, that can also be something that can cause issues in thinning on the sides. And of course, other things such as scalp problems can cause it, right? But in my case, when I had, for example, my scalp inflammatory problems, I didn't develop them on the sides. Like my scalp inflammation was related on top part of my scalp. That was the area that was affecting my scalp and caused that I was having issues. But my sides still stayed solid, right? During all those years when I had inflammation, when I had dermatitis, when I had basically overstimulated my scalp, when I had, for example, high DHT sensitivity, my sides still stayed solid after I first recovered from the problem with vitamin D deficiency. So this is important to understand, because knowing what factors can cause it makes it easier to understand what you need to look for if you are having this kind of problem. And in terms of Dupa, like I have a couple other case studies here. For example, you have likely seen this picture here, like this guy who was able to recover from Dupa as well. He also had severe Dupa in his early 20s, but basically by addressing the underlying problems he was having, he was able to recover from it. And here is another example of someone else in the program who have been able to recover from Dupa as well. So Dupa is something that is recoverable if you work on the factors that is causing it, right? Either it is nutritional deficiencies or nutritional factors, or it is, for example, gut health and gut problems. It is possible to recover from it if you work on it, right? And of course, if you are having, for example, scalp issues in those areas, such as burning sensation, itchiness, that could mean that there is other underlying problems that is causing it, right? But if it is just thinning on those areas, for example, that you notice that the Dupa area or side areas becomes thinner over time, that's more likely means that there is likely just nutritional factors and gut issues that you need to work on. So this is something I want to share in today's video for you guys, and for you guys who struggle with the hair loss, and if you have been trying different approaches, different treatments, and it hasn't worked for you, you can schedule a call below this video. There is a link for it. Let's talk and see what is holding you back, which you can do right now to regrow your hair once and for all. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and see you next time. Cheers.